I do a little technique where I actually sew a V, or I would say like a goose in there design. And I'm going to show you another piece so that you can see what I'm talking about. So if you look at this where I've got this marked right here, we actually sew on that. And when it's done, what it does is it leaves my binding so it's all closed like this on the front side and also on the back side, so you don't have to come in there and do any hand stitching. So I'm going to show you how that's done right now. So we're going to take this piece right here and we're going to fold that back again. Alright, and you have to figure out which side you're going to sew on, and I'm going to sew on that side. Then I'm going to grab my pencil, which I've already lost it. There we go. There's my friction pin. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark this, and I'm going to mark just like a triangle, like a goose right in there. I don't want that. I want this to be a 1/4 inch from here to here. I don't want this line to come up too much further than what the width of my binding is. So that's going to be a 1/4 inch to there. So when I actually do my sewing, I'm going to sew up to here and then come off. So this part here won't have anything sewn into it because that's going to be turned under on our single edge binding. Alright, so now a lot of times your machine, when you try to sew that, because you have so much bulk here, it doesn't want to catch and the threads get knotted up underneath there. So I found that if I actually take a little piece of paper and I start sewing on my paper, then it stops it from knotting up. I'm going to downsize my stitch length to a 1.5 because I want a real small stitch in here when I do that seam. Alright, so now we're going to just take this and we're going to put the pressure foot right along the edge there and bring the needle down along the edge of the quilt, and we're going to sew right on that line as close as we can. And when we get to where I mark that, then I'm going to turn it and we're going to sew off. So when you're done, you're actually, I'm going to show you the back of my paper. So on the back of my paper, I actually do have kind of a 90-degree stitch there, a corner there that I sewed into that. I call it an inverted gooseneck seam. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to tear the paper off, just like that. And then I'm going to grab my scissors and I'm going to cut the threads off. Now I'm going to show you what I can do with this. So now if I open this